Hey, this is Sir Charles Carey. I want you to join me on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. for the TRU-MU podcast, True Music. That's where we talk about all things.
I'm a musician, singer-songwriter, producer, engineer.
All things creative.
Me and my co-host, Carl T. Smith, the smooth one, will be glad to hear you, glad to talk to you, answer your questions, and talk all things music. The TRU-MU podcast, Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard. Be part of the energy.
I can see that thing that makes men stop, stand still, all in denial, suffer loss of will.
Hey, Sir Charles Carey here with another episode of the TRU-MU podcast. I want to thank you all for coming. This one is going to be short and sweet because we want to cut to the chase. You know, I believe that the times that we're living in, you hear all about everything, and you hear it through social media, you hear it through YouTube, and of course you hear it through podcasts. And today, that's exactly, pardon me, what we're going to talk about, podcasting. And I have someone that's really one of the best people to speak to you about audio and podcasts, a good friend of mine for quite some time, Caribgem. Carib, thanks for coming on in. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I am grateful. You know, it's always a busy day, but lazy me, grateful and just the same.
Totally get it. I'm sorry for coming to you guys in my car. It's been a long day. So, you know, either way, I got to make it happen.
No, it's all good. It's all good. You know, I know you've been on several boards. You've crossed several paths. You do and have done quite a few things. A basket of cheer. One of the board members of the Suitland Fest. What is the difference between, or what role does the Basket of Cheer play with Suitland Fest? Is it one of the platforms that Suitland Fest supports, promotes, and sponsors? Can you start off before we get into the audio part? Just tell us a little bit about that.
Absolutely. Suitland Fest supports all the stuff you just said. Supports, donates, and sponsors their Basket of Cheer. And the Basket of Cheer is a program that started back in 2010. And what we do at a Basket of Cheer is we provide families, especially our seniors and veterans, that has been our focus for specifically the last 8 years, with food baskets, hot meals, and cheer and fun and conversation, you know, interaction, especially when we're talking about our seniors, because that has been our niche over the last few years. But, you know, everyone really wants sometimes is just someone to talk to. So just being able to bring these resources to our seniors and veterans and then go further with the conversation, that's always a great thing. We find out a lot more of what resources they need just through that conversation.
Yeah, and I've known that the times that I've been there, for quite a few of them, that they really enjoy and appreciate being seen, being heard, even engaging with us, you know, on each platform at various times throughout the year. And it's like, it's a plus, it's a win-win. So, you know, that's a great thing. And I'm glad to have been a part of it and to continue to be a part of it in various capacities. So, you know, take my hat off to you because you've been spearheading those initiatives for quite some time. And, you know, you got it on lock. I mean, you know, all the ins and outs, all the things that make it work, the relationships with the various people in the communities. And that's just, you know, I don't think there are very many people that have been as consistent as you have in that area. And even when things go wrong, you're still in there, you still hang in there. So kudos to you for sure.
Oh, thank you, Sir Charles. I mean, you know, for me, once I make a promise, I'm the type of person that's going to keep it. No matter what goes wrong, I'm going to try my absolute best to keep it.
Right.
That's how I am, especially with our seniors and veterans, because they truly look forward to it. They tell me all the time. And just sometimes in passing, one of my community partners, Arc of Knowledge, Inc., with Mr. and Mrs. Bailey, they do an intergenerational dialogue that Basket of Cheer has sponsored. And we have, and myself as CGM Speaks LLC, I've sponsored too on the multimedia side, just providing that audio and visual coverage. But we have done these things so many times, whether it's a basket of cheer or the dialogue with Arc of Knowledge. And every single time our seniors say, thank you. Thank you so much for not forgetting us.
Right.
That
Right.
is always for not forgetting us.
Well, I'm
so
sure
for me, all of this is the least, you know what I'm saying, that I can do. And all our community partners, I know we want to do so much more, but that's the least we could do.
Well, I'm sure when your time comes, it will be paid back forward. And before we get into the meat and bones of the conversation, we have none other than the smooth one, Carl T. Smith. Mr. Carl, what's going on,
Hey,
sir?
Carl.
What's happening? How y'all doing?
Grateful, man. Always grateful. Yes, sir.
Doing okay? Doing all right?
Wonderful.
How are you?
I'm vertical. I'm all right.
Well, you know, the smooth one, he wears many hats as well. And this is, I mean, all three of us have a lot in common, but I know for Carl, he does some of the same things that you do, an extension of some of the same things as it relates to audio. And I wanted to ask you, you know, how long have you been into audio? Kind of a crazy question, but as we get into the conversation, people will get the gist of why I'm asking, and your answers will probably provide more. How long have you been into audio?
Well, at this point, almost 2 decades. Almost 2 whole decades. I started back in audio officially though, back in 2007 on Can We Talk Radio with Miss Chris and Lady J.
Right.
That's where I got my start at in audio. But even just before then, if you're talking about audio and still covering the area of music since I was a teenager.
Right.
But
Exactly.
just, yeah, not me musically, but just being around music, being around other artists, whether it's hip hop or R&B, that has always caught my attention, even as a young girl. And I definitely didn't think that I'd be this deep in audio at this point.
Could you imagine that as audio or as the industry that includes audio has evolved, that you would be such a big part of it?
Yes and no, because I remember back in the day on Can We Talk Radio with myself, Miss Chris, and Lady J, you know, we're trying to tell people, hey, like, especially when it came to radio, online radio is a thing and it's going to keep being a thing. And some people got with it and some people did not.
Yeah.
And we just, you know, when you're a forward thinker or AKA a soul sibling, you know what I'm talking about?
You already know.
You just, you know, you could just see certain things and you know certain things. So we knew that this multimedia area that we were in, because definitely multimedia, that it was just gonna keep going. So, but to this extent, maybe not. Like everybody's in it now.
Yeah,
whether it's a hobby or it's professional or semi, you know, I didn't think it was gonna be like that big.
You're like a podcast pioneer if you want to really look at it, you know what I mean? Because I don't think at that time they actually called it podcast. They may have heard the word.
No, it was online radio.
Right, online radio, right. You know, I mean,
or internet radio.
Yeah, exactly. And now it's just blown up where it's not just audio, but it's audio, video, audio online, audio in video spaces. It's emerged and evolved into so much. What are your thoughts on that, Carl?
Well, yeah, I mean, and it weaved this way into so many other things, into releasing music and stuff, and launched things like, well, what was it, Napster first, and then into Spotify, because you know they all got into this thing after online radio was launching and becoming popular.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now that it's gotten as big as it has, I know that, you know, again, you do still multiple things. You know, you homeschool. You know, again, you're on several boards that are community related boards. You've been involved in the political arena with Dr. Dula. You've done so many things that are grassroots, I would call it. And I know that one of the things you do, because I've seen your advertisements and your promotions on social, you talk to people about and try to help people understand, you can learn about podcasts and let Caribgem help you learn the nuances of podcasting. Now, that's something you're still actively doing. Am I correct?
Absolutely. Because one thing I feel like a lot of people don't understand are the intricacies or the details that go into podcasting. If you're going to do it the right way, if it's just a hobby, then do it however you want to do it. It's just a hobby. But if you're doing it for your business or for yourself as an entrepreneur, I feel that there are certain guidelines that you should follow. Everybody should definitely have their own style, put your own flavor on it. But there are certain guidelines to follow for it to be successful.
Is it good for any industry, in your opinion, as a podcast expert or a podcast specialist? Is it any industry can benefit from podcasts?
Absolutely. If you have any educational information to give, any tips, or just even you want to showcase people in your industry that's just like you, we're doing right now, then of course you can use podcasting for so many different things to elevate your business, just as far as growth, again, to educate, also to reach a new demographic, because we have a lot of younger folks listening to podcasts, especially nowadays. So it just depends on what you want to do. And then you have to strategize. That's where I come in. A lot of people kind of know what they want to do. Rarely people absolutely know what they want to do in the realm of podcasting, but more than none, a lot of people know they want to get into it. They're not sure how. And to those people, I say, what are you good at? What are you passionate about? That's what you need a podcast about.
I was going to ask you, like, for new people, of course, like anything else, you should have a game plan. So do you help them with creating their identity, or help them with a game plan on how the different options they could take? You can do it this way, that way, that way. Is that something you help them with?
Yeah, absolutely. Because when it comes to podcasting, well, in this for the last 8 months, this has been the thing. People have been coming to me saying, hey, can I just do audio? I don't really want to be on camera. Podcasting can be just audio and visual. You can't just say just visual, because usually in podcasts it's still gonna be some type of audio. But yes, you could do it anyway. Do I have to do it live? No, you don't. You can do it recorded. For any new podcaster, that's something I suggest. Record yourself first. Do not stress yourself out, especially if you're not used to it, being live, trying to talk, especially if you're trying to talk for an hour.
Yeah. So what about the investment? Whether it's with you or in general, is it a hefty investment, or is it economically feasible for people to be involved?
Well, let's just take me out of the situation as a consultant, as a production engineer. I'm gonna take myself out. As an individual seeking to do a podcast, there is an investment, especially if you don't already have the equipment, especially if you need the education. Now, there's a few routes you can go with education. It's called YouTube University or Google University. That's that's a little bit of how I learned. I actually took a course, going back to my I'm gonna shout them out. I'm gonna say both names too. I Am for Radio / Flow, Radio Days. That was the entity that taught me to be a programmer, that taught me to be an engineer in a sense, that started me off on that. Now, since then I've been to school. I have my degree in audio production, but that's what gave me that spark to do that. So there's a lot of ways to do it. If you cannot go and get a certification or anything like that, then do your research. Find someone. Maybe you probably already know someone that does audio and you just never talk to them about it. Because for me, audio folks, we don't go around just saying we do audio. Maybe the music people might, the music producers, that area folks kind of might do that. But as far as the engineer, I don't go out broadcasting that I'm an engineer. So that's not a conversation I have with a lot of people, to be honest, unless you already know me from that particular industry, or you happen to bring it up. I don't just announce. That's not something I announce. Usually motherhood. comes before that. So that's not something I broadcast, but you can definitely do your research and find out ways to do it. I know for myself, I have courses, I have a whole website with blog articles on it that helps. For those newer folks, I have one that, 5 mistakes new podcasters make.
So
that is very helpful.
So for you and your business, then, this is almost like a curriculum or a outline, a literal soup to nuts outline that you offer people.
Yes.
And how do they get in touch with you regarding, wanting to get involved or to learn the nuances of podcasting?
There are a few ways. So if you're old school, I'm just gonna put my number out there. You can give me a call. I'm probably not gonna answer if you call though. I'm very busy, just to be honest. But if you could text me, that works as well. So my number is 240-382-2436. Again, that's 240-382-2436. Now, if you're a little bit more advanced and you can use email, shoot me an email. cgemspeaks. That's C as in cat, G as in girl, E, M as in Mary, speaks with an S at gmail.com. If you just want to go to my website and just surf around for a little bit, and you contact me on there as well if you go to my contact page, and that is the Caribgem.net, the as in the, THE, Carib as in C as in cat, ARI, B as in boy, G as in girl, E, M as in Murray, the Caribgem.net.
Why do you speak like a teacher? But I digress.
Sir Charles, we've been doing this for a very long time, and I like to be thorough. Anybody that knows me knows I like to be thorough. I don't want anybody asking me any questions because I just put it out there as simple as possible. I got 4 kids, so I have to do this every day, all day.
Sharon says, hello, Tyra. You look beautiful. Thank you for all you do and have done to capture individuals' legacy journey. I remember my first interview with you and Chris in Suitland, Maryland. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Thank you, Miss Sharon. Hey, Miss Sharon. We all go way back.
Yeah, no doubt. And she also said, do you still have your radio show on any of the shows? So if you do, that's great. Let us know if you still have your radio show. That's what she's asking.
The radio station. Now, do I do a show myself?
Yes.
I'm trying to get back into that, hosting my own personal show, but right now I have the station, still program director, been program director since 2007. So that's why I said almost 2 decades, going on. But right now I'm going to do my own podcast. I'm going to do my own shows. Definitely coming, hopefully before the end of this year, if not the beginning of next year. But right now, I'm just helping people. You know me, I'm always helping people. So I'm just helping people get their podcast up and running.
But you're also available for hire for audio needs as podcast.
Absolutely.
Right. Carl,
absolutely. One of my newer clients, she's actually doing a cooking show. She's not cooking, but she has chefs on that's going to be coming on and displaying their beautiful, delicious works of art. So right now, I am helping all that I can. But if you need audio, visual, even just maybe strategizing, or just somebody just kind of guiding you, keeping you accountable, that's me. I do it all. I've seen it all pretty much. I've been through it all myself too. And what I definitely know about podcasting, if you're serious and you're going to be consistent, you can't do it by yourself, but you're going to burn out. That's for sure.
Yeah, it can be overwhelming when you're just starting and you're not really sure where to start, or what your identity is, what's your content, subject matter, are you a subject matter expert, et cetera, et cetera. So, excuse me. Carl, what else do you have for Carib?
So you said you guide people to do podcasts. You're going to do your podcasts hopefully by the end of the year or whatever. What subject matters do you usually yourself handle when you do your podcast?
Okay, so for over the last 2 years, my specialty and my niche has been business and self-care.
Business and
that has been my thing. So that's something that if you follow me on social media, any Facebook, Instagram, all of that, you've seen me talk about business and self-care. Specifically in business, podcasting and self-care.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But and for me, it goes hand in hand. Sir Charles is mentioning, especially as a new podcaster, it can get very overwhelming. So that's why that self-care piece is very important for me. You have to have that in. You got to know how to balance everything. You can take everything on yourself. I mean, if you have to, okay. But if you don't, I always suggest new podcasters delegate responsibilities. Try to build a team. Don't just say, hey, I can do it all myself. Try to build a team and build a team of people that, if you can, know their lanes. So if you're going to have somebody doing audio, you kind of want to make sure that that's what they do. That's what they're good at. If not, it's cool. If it's somebody that wants to learn audio and that's interested in it, that's fine too. But just make sure that's all that they're doing. If somebody's doing video, make sure that's all that they're doing. It's all about knowing your role, delegating responsibilities, and sticking to what you want to do. And a lot of people I meet that want to do podcasts, they just want to be a host. They don't, necessarily want to do anything else. They may after they find out, but a majority don't. They're like, oh, this is all that I have to do. Yes, that's all that you have to do if you want to do it by yourself. But I always suggest at least a team of 3 to 5 people to help you book guests, post content on social media, be your production, help you with content. So that's truly like 5 people at the least, for real. But I'm just giving people grace and saying 3 to 5.
Look, post in the comments in real time.
No, that part too. It's the whole thing, Sir Charles.
Yeah.
And we're the people that can multitask it, kind of do everything at the same time in a sense. But I know that we both grown to know and utilize our resources. Yep. So if I can help it, I don't do everything anymore. I don't even want to. I'm good.
Which is why, look, we've been gunslingers or solopreneurs for such a long time. See, Carl is Johnny Carson. I'm Ed McMahon.
Oh, really?
No, it's all good. It's all good. But I know you've had a long day. I know you've had a lot of things. You got some more things we talked about in the green room before you came out. You got some more things to do. I would love at some point to have you back when you can really sink your teeth into it, go 10 toes down and go deeper, and maybe give some people some encouraging words and tips on how they can start their podcast, and maybe an offer. You can make an offer to bring some new people in that are viewing the program. So if you
just make an offer right now, I mean, I'll give a free 45-minute. I already said it, so I'm not going to change that.
You thought about
I will give 2 people a free 45-minute podcasting consultation session with me. Of course, that's watching this that are your viewers that let me know, hey, I watched the podcast with you. I'm interested. It doesn't matter if you're new, intermediate, or advanced, because I work with advanced podcasters. Again, everyone can't do it themselves. I have had a few people reach out to me recently that I know in the podcast community, like, hey, I just need help. I don't want to keep doing all of this myself. And sometimes it's just content. Sometimes it's just making promo reels. It's various things. I'm a woman of many hats.
So what's that phone number again?
240-382-2436. Again, that's 240-382-2436. And this is how you can remember the last 4. The last 4 actually spells out CGEM. CGEM. So that's the 2436. Spells that out. And then, of course, my email, same thing, cgemspeaks@gmail.com. Or you can go to thecaribgem.net and find me. You can actually just search any of those things, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to pop up.
Okay.
But I'm here to help. Don't feel scared, feel shy. A lot of times I customize what I do for people. depending on their needs. I've always been that person. I customize my packages to fit your needs, to fit your budget, to make sure that you feel comfortable getting things done.
So-
I'm a nurturer at heart. I'm a mom at 4, so I got you.
So-
Just let me know what you need.
Those of you that are just joining or maybe even watching in the replay, the contact information is right here. Give her a call or text her, or you can also shoot an email to her to find out what the offer is or how you can participate in the current offer that Carib has put out there. And I highly recommend, take advantage of the information, because if not now, who? And if not you, if not now, when? And if not you, who, I should say.
Yeah.
And here's the information. We got some more comments. Let's see. Sharon says services include audio, visual production, producer, engineer, community event planner, and so much more.
Thank you, Miss Sharon. She knows.
Caribgem.net.
Thank you, Miss Sharon.
Absolutely. And she also says multimedia specialist.
Yes. Because it's not just podcasting. I deal with audio, visual, graphic design, website design and development, business writing, social media management. When we say multimedia, we mean multimedia. But my specialty, my expertise is podcasting and online radio. So
yeah, we had a lady on last week that was similar to you. Her name was she's from Only Greatness Media. Yeah.
I know who that is.
I know you.
It's Miss Chris.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And me, and Miss Chris go way back. Again, we are soul siblings. Any of the other soul siblings been seeing me drop that name. And Sir Charles and I, we always usually drop that name when we're talking to each other, whether it's in private or in public. So shout out to all my soul siblings out there. You know who you are.
And Sharon says, one more question. When is your book coming out? Now that Miss Chris has her book out.
You funny. So you probably should be asking, when is my album coming out? Instead of my book. Audio girl here. Now, I'm not rapping or singing or none of that stuff. So I know certain people like, oh, no, I'm not doing any of that. But I am in the realm of instrumentals. For me, I want to create a atmosphere, a mood, a feeling. It's not necessarily all the time about words. You may get you may hear me talking on some tracks sometimes, but that right there is going to go into more the self-care side of me with the affirmations and the mantras and stuff like that. But other than that, you'll see some albums coming out, but I won't say that a book is out the question. But it might be an audio book. Again, just keeping in line with what I do.
Well, I just want to take the time to say thanks for sharing your time with your family. Again, I know you're busy. You have a lot more to do. This was a short and sweet TRU-MU podcast. We've got some work going here in the crib, so we may have some background noise. So we're going to cut it short today anyway. But we thank you, appreciate you, and thank you again, Carl, for jumping in and helping us pull this all together. And until next time, folks, be part of the energy and radiate the brain and change the game. Any parting comments, Carl?
Nothing. It was great meeting you. Hope to see you soon. And great luck on all that you do.
Thank you. Next time we're going to be on here for way longer. I just, had some family things going on, but I'm glad I was able to hop on here, talk to you, Sir Charles, see you, Carl, and meet the listeners and the supporters. Hey, everybody, don't be shy. Reach out to me. Anything you need to know about multimedia, podcasting, self-care, I am here. I am available. Just, reach out. Closed mouths don't get fed. That saying.
That part. All right. Until next time.
All right, y'all.
Yeah. You're sexy, so good to me.